Well, we're back. It's been a minute. We've been busy as fuck doing adult shit. Ian's been stuck in pizza world. How is all the pizza business treating you at the moment? What's going on in your life?
It's been going good, man. Like I've actually really enjoyed what I've been doing recently. I've been working with Brainwave Pizza out in Decatur.
Oh, cool.
It's at Inner Voice Brewing. So it's been awesome working with those dudes.
And you're working with some of our homies that we used to work with too, right?
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
Arizona and Josh are there.
Hell yeah.
So shout out Arizona and Josh. It's been fucking amazing working with you guys. And also shout out to the crew at Brainwave. You guys have been fucking righteous. It's been amazing working with you guys.
Hell yeah, dude. That's what's up.
Shout out Brainwave Pizza in Decatur. Y'all stop through.
Yeah, dude. I'll have to check it out sometime next time I'm down that way.
Absolutely.
But yeah,
Absolutely.
So things are changing. Seasons changing. Summer's coming to an end. It's still hot as fuck outside, but summer's on its way out. I'm prepping up for another out-of-town gig. I'm going to be going to Nashville on Saturday. Then I'll be gone for about another 2 weeks. So I go from Asheville to Nashville to do the same thing I did last time. But yeah, summer's ending. I hope everybody had a great, safe summer. I hope, everybody got their pool time in. Everybody got their beach time in. Now we're back in the real world. Kids are at school. You got to go back to your regular everyday life. Can't take too much time off work right now. Or actually, right now is the best time to go on vacation because everybody's back stuck in the rat race. You can go to fucking Disney World and not have to wait in line that long right now. So
oh shit, I'm sure there's still lines. I'm sure it's still happening.
But with that, I don't know what I hope everybody.
Have you ever? So back note to this job you're going to do. Have you ever been to Nashville before?
No, I've never been to Nashville. I don't really venture out to Tennessee that often.
Yeah.
I don't really venture out of Georgia that often, to be honest. Georgia's got everything you need. Why do you need to leave?
Nashville's cool though. Nashville's cool. Me and Mark used to go up a few times a year to a car show up there.
Yeah, but with this job, I don't really get time to see the city because we're working we're working 7 days a week. We're doing a minimum of 12 hours a day. You start at 7 a.m. and you're breaking your back out there. The last thing you want to do after the end of the day is go out. You just don't want to.
Yeah.
Because part of you might want to, and you might want to go have a little fun, but you're gonna feel like shit in the fucking morning. It's honestly not worth it. Because like I said, even though summer is dying down, it's still brutally hot outside, and there's no shade, there's no cover, and you're doing manual labor. Until you get to the very end of that job where you're just hanging shelves and stuff, you're carrying around heavy ass shit all fucking day, and you don't want to do it with a hangover. If this was 10 years ago, because when I was in my 20s, I could very easily I could go to work a 14-hour day, go to the bar or go to a concert, get home, get 2 hours of sleep, and then go and do it the next day, and literally do that. And now it's at the point where
you did that.
Yeah, I did that. No, I did that for a very long time. I did that up until a year or two ago, to be completely honest. But now it's to the point where if a concert's on a weekday, you can count me the fuck out. I'm just not doing it anymore. It was once my body hit 32 years old, I can't. If I'm going to a concert on a weeknight, I have to take the next day off work because I have to recover. It's not the same anymore. So I can't do that.
Oh, I get it. I get it.
But to the people who still can, the people who are my age and still can do that, more power to you.
Troopers.
Yeah, it'll get you one day. It'll get you one day. Yeah. But cool. I'm glad it hasn't happened to you yet. More power to you. But yeah, I hope everybody got their fishing in. I hope everybody was safe out on Lake Lanier. I didn't hear of too many bad things happening on. I think there was at least one death. I don't think we've ever gone by without there being at least one death on Lake Lanier.
I think there's been about 7
this year.
This summer alone.
Damn, I only heard about one of them. That's fucking insane.
No, dude. Yeah. There's been quite a few.
I don't fuck with Lake Lanier at all. I've been invited out there. No part of me wants anything to do with that place.
I think I went a few times when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Going rafting, tubing or whatever, stuff like that. But
I've gone fishing
as
there,
I got
but that's
older.
about it.
See, I don't even know if I've done that. I didn't even know that was a thing. What are you gonna catch, a fucking dead body?
Probably, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But the thing is like once I grew up and you start to hear like the weird things that happen at Lake Lanier, because like, and I feel like it probably started in like my 20s and stuff, and social media and all the news outlets nowadays definitely have blown it. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
No, but that's definitely a thing. There's
but-
a reason why people think it's haunted, and I wholeheartedly believe it. So I don't fuck with that shit. Like I won't swim out in Lake Lanier. And even dude, my niece, she's 18 or 19 now, maybe just 18. She works out at the Margaritaville bar in Lake Lanier, and she's invited me. I'm like, no, I'm not going to fucking Lake Lanier for any reason.
I mean, maybe just to go there.
No, fuck that. Nah, I just don't want to.
Yeah.
But no, I
don't
wholeheartedly believe that place is haunted, and
I for sure. I mean, it's one of those things where like a lot of people do believe that like, people's souls and stuff like that are trapped under there. And it's crazy because like you hear these stories, like the one guy, I can't remember if it was this summer or last summer, but like the one guy that was literally in like, it was like 4.5 or 5 feet of water. And he literally just like was gone.
well, yeah. I mean, you know what Lake Lanier used to
Like-
be, right?
No, I mean, I don't know like the deep history.
Oh, dude, you've never been told what Lake Lanier was originally?
No, I've never watched the movies or anything.
No,
like that.
I don't think
know.
there's any movies about that. Let me.
Or documentaries, whatever. You
Okay,
know.
so, all right. Well, I'm about to give you a history lesson. So,
Oh shit! Here
So-
we go, ladies and gentlemen. Lake Lanier history.
way back in the early 1900s, even though we were born in the 1900s, it feels weird saying that because like Carter will ask me, he's like, "Oh, Dad, were you born in the 1900s?" I'm like, "Shut the fuck up."
1900s.
Yeah, and be like, "I was born in 1990, motherfucker. Get over it."
In the 1990s,
I was born in the last decade of the 1900s, motherfucker. Smart ass.
Yeah.
But anyways, so it was like 1912 or something like that. Anyways, so Lake Lanier, there used to be a town there called Oscarville, and Oscarville was like a very thriving, kind of like self-independent black community that was doing very well at the time. And with all things in the South back then, some bullshit happened, and a white lady accused these black men of assault. Let me go ahead and say this. Trigger warning. This is dealing with a lot of Southern bullshit, and I don't want anybody to get too infuriated from hearing these facts, but this is all true. So this lady accused these men of SAing her, and the town believed them. And I think it was 3 men were arrested. One of them was fucking executed. And it led to a bunch of white mobs and shit, like going out the town, collecting people, doing fucked up white mob shit, that's, for the times, the way things happened back then. It was so fucked up to the point where, so Lake Lanier borders like 4 counties. I know that 2 of them are Gwinnett and Forsyth. I forget what the other 2 are. But it got to the point where a lot of people, especially people in the South in Georgia, didn't know this. For ever since that happened, black people were not allowed to own homes in Forsyth County. And it also became a sundown district where like black people weren't allowed to be there once the sun goes down. And you think to yourself, oh man, that must have ended a while ago. It must have ended, after fucking segregation and all that. No, dude, black people couldn't own a home in Forsyth until like the 90s. Like it lasted a while. Yeah. Whoa. But anyways, so after all that happened, they basically ran everybody out of the town, and the town just stayed how it was. And then in like the 50s or something, they wanted to expand, I think, the Buford Dam. I think that's what it's called. Was it? Yeah, the U.S. Army wanted to begin construction on the Buford Dam. So what was once Oscarville, they flooded. They flooded the entire town of Oscarville. And now when you're on Lake Lanier, you're literally on the remnants of like, doctor's office and cemeteries and schools that used to be a thriving black community, but the government decided to flood. And that's why people think it's haunted.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
God.
So
damn.
that's what Lake
Now,
Lanier
also,
is.
I mean, okay, which would tie in even more to why it could be haunted as
Exactly.
fuck.
That's right.
Like-
And I think my wife has shown me some footage that, like, I don't know how real it is because people doctor footage and everything, but there's been footage of people like scuba diving and swimming down the depths of Lake Lanier, and you can still see buildings and like homes and shit from what was once Oscarville. Yeah.
What?
So I don't fuck with Lake Lanier, long story short. Or
No.
short story long?
I mean, both.
Yeah.
You can go both ways. Either way,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's never been one of those things. Like I said, like growing up, it's like, oh, cool. You kind of have that innocence to you still,
Mm-hmm.
to where you're like, oh yeah, we're going to the lake day, blah 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 blah. And then you get older and you start to hear these crazy ass things that have
Mm-hmm.
happened, and all these people that have died. Because I was looking it up when we were kind of talking about this, but not really talking about this, discussing this on the pod. Like, I looked up, and apparently there's been close to 700 deaths
Yeah.
since the formation of Lake Lanier.
I can't remember a summer that's ever gone by where I haven't heard of at least one person dying on Lake Lanier. And that should be enough to make you not go there. I mean,
Yeah,
I just don't know what. And also, Lake Lanier is crazy. So, like, I do remember swimming there when I was a kid, and it's like where their shore is. You go out and you can walk, and all of a sudden it just fucking drops, like dramatically, just fucking drops. So if you can't swim, you have no business fucking being out there. And on top of that, you got all these crazy drunk yahoos driving their boats around at high speeds, jet skis at high speed. So it makes the wake kind of crazy. So if you're not a strong swimmer and you got the wake involved and you got alcohol involved, that's just a recipe for disaster, my guy. So that's what happens,
Yeah.
you know? On top of that, it's haunted. You know, you're getting drugged down by the spirits, bro.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and that was the rumor. There was, a rumor, I guess, maybe, or witness account or whatever it was. Apparently, one of these guys, and I'm pretty sure this was last year, but one of the guys, they were literally saying, like, he was in the water and it looked like, he was doing the distress, like, oh, help me. And then literally just like shot under.
Yeah.
Like,
but at the same time, it could be
It's
gators
crazy.
because I bet there's gators out there. I can almost guarantee you there's gators.
There
in
could
Lake
be.
Lanier.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah.
I mean, and God knows what else living in those waters.
Yeah, it's some type of fucking
like
mutant, dude.
I mean, who the hell knows?
What if there's like a Oscarville resident that's like the Jason Voorhees of Oscarville and he's fucking living there, dude? Hell yeah, bro.
Yeah, that'd be way cooler than probably what it is.
Yeah. But yeah, so moving along, summer's on its way out. Summer's always busy for me, but my favorite wrestling event of the year, SummerSlam. So SummerSlam is my WrestleMania. Everybody always gets hyped and excited for WrestleMania or whatever. SummerSlam has always been my favorite. I think the matches are always better than WrestleMania. I think the storylines that start at the beginning of the year and begin to pivot at SummerSlam leading up into WrestleMania and the remainder of the year are kind of better. It's more excitement. It's more fresh. It's more new because the storylines kind of start at the beginning of the year. You know, they kind of pop off at SummerSlam. And then to me, by the time you get to WrestleMania, the storyline is either stale or it's a completely different, brand new story that I haven't even.
Or it's the end.
Or it's the end,
Or it's the end. Yeah.
But no, for me, it's always SummerSlam, Royal Rumble, WrestleMania. Like those are my top three in that order. Because all the really cool pay-per-views they used to do, like Judgment Day and fucking No Mercy and Hell in a Cell and stuff, they don't do that shit anymore. And those were always fucking badass. The standalone TLC pay-per-view, holy shit. That shit was always awesome. And speaking of which, I want to say, personally, my favorite match of the event was that goddamn TLC match with the Wyatt Six taking it. Dude, that shit was fucking phenomenal.
That was good. It was good. And that fucking bump that Candice LeRae took.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Off the ladder.
Fucking insane. And also,
props. Hats off.
Dude, Dexter Loomis is on his way. Like, he's fucking awesome. Dude, I always thought he had a great look. I always thought he had a great physique. I don't really, I kind of.
Dude, he's got insane physique.
Yeah. And I
kind of
like the way, I kind of like characters. I've always been more drawn to characters where like mic skills don't matter. It's their work and like the intimidation factor works for them. So that's why, as a kid, I was drawn to Undertaker, even though he did have a lot of speaking.
Raven.
He did have a lot of speaking parts later on. Well, Raven was mouthpiece. Raven ran his mouth, but Raven's was really fucking cool.
Not in the beginning, though. Not in the beginning. It came. It happened.
Technically, he did because he started as a manager, Johnny Polo, in WWF way back in the day, where he was like this fucking straight-laced, fucking super preppy guy who would run his mouth and be a manager. So technically, he started running his mouth. But
there you go.
But sorry, I can't help myself.
You're good.
I'm not going to help myself because some motherfucker online didn't like the way I said Sabu, and I just want to say he tried to say that I know nothing about wrestling because of the way I pronounce it. But Sabu, Sabu, fuck you. You know what I fucking meant, bitch. I've heard it said both ways my entire life, and that's just the way I decided to say it at the fucking moment. So whatever.
Yeah, you hear that? Whoever you are out there. Joey heard it.
I heard it.
I actually sent it to him as soon as whoever this person is commented. I was like, yo, this dude doesn't like the way you said Sabu.
Oh, well, you can get over it. But what bothered me even more is that he was like, makes a lot of sense coming from an ICP fan. They know nothing.
Bro.
All you did was prove that you know nothing because Sabu was huge, like big time best friends with
JCW.
ICP. He would fucking wrestle in JCW. He would be on stage with ICP for entire lengths of concert, throwing Fago into the crowd. So who doesn't know anything, motherfucker? You bitch. Shut the fuck up. Anyways.
Anyway, back to SummerSlam.
But yeah, like besides the TLC match, what were your biggest takeaways from SummerSlam?
I mean, number one above all.
Did you like what happened to Punk?
Okay, so I will say I did and I didn't like what happened to Punk. Am I not the biggest CM Punk fan? Yes, I'm not the biggest CM Punk fan. But the dude, Seth Rollins, has literally been talking about this for the past year. Like, he has literally told everybody, I'm going to have that belt. Like, that is the working class wrestler's belt. I will have it. And he fucking did it. I mean, he did. He told everybody he was going to do it. And with Paul Heyman,
I was at a family barbecue. My niece Kimura is going to Georgia Southern. She actually moved into her dorm yesterday. But we were having a going away barbecue for Kimura. And I was talking to my nephew, Kyrie, who's into wrestling. And I was texting him because after us and Mark talked, I texted him. I was like, yo, wouldn't it be crazy if Seth cashes in tonight? And Kyrie was like, no way, that's too crazy. That just means that his injury is a work. And I'm like, yeah, exactly. That's what it means. And then sure as shit, what the fuck happened? It was a work the entire time. That's what I miss about wrestling. That's a key element that wrestling has missed in the past years is real life aspects of storyline, like, bringing it into that to where the world and social media and everybody thought he really was hurt, but he wasn't. Then he comes back and wins the gold. Like, I miss authenticity like that. Like, I miss good, like, real life storylines like that. And I'm glad that they're bringing that aspect back into it. That was fucking phenomenal. Really good storytelling right there. And I was pleased to see it.
I knew, I don't want to say, I know, because, like, whatever. But, like, Seth Rollins getting hurt was so obviously a work. And, like,
I don't know, because he gets hurt. He's very injury prone. So it didn't seem like a work to me.
Exactly. And for it to be his leg, like, that would make sense for the way he landed, but, like, the buildup of it to be like this thing that was going to happen at SummerSlam. Like, I can't remember. It was either I was talking to you or somebody at work or Mark or somebody. I was talking to somebody about that, how this was going to be a work. And, like, when I literally explained it to this person, I was like, yo, it may not happen at SummerSlam, but it's going to happen at WrestleMania. He might take these next 6 months or whatever off, or whatever he's going to do. He's going to come back at some point, and then he's going to challenge whoever has the belt at that point, or cash in his briefcase and fucking be done with it, So, like, I knew that briefcase was going to get cashed in, either, if not at SummerSlam, if sometime very shortly after, because, like, there's just no way that, like, the timing and the buildup and everything, and then all of a sudden it was like, oh shit, Seth Rollins is hurt, like, that close to SummerSlam, like, there's just
happened
no
because
way.
The last time CM Punk was on a great run, he tore a tendon in his fucking elbow. It happens.
True.
And it's believable.
True. Yeah.
These guys, they're putting everything out there all the time. And, like, you wake up, you go work out, you go fucking wrestle. And, like, we only see them on TV twice a week, sometimes 3 times a week. But they wrestle every night of the week. They do. Like, they have house shows every fucking night of the week. So many wrestling matches happen that we will never see because they just happen every week. They're on the road every single week. Yeah. So those tendons wear out, you get dehydrated, you get, muscle aches, like, and on top of that, fucking, I think Seth he's a little bit older than me. He's what, like 37, 38. So, like, and he tore his ACL recently. So, like, it's very believable that it would happen again.
Yeah, that's right. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. That's what I was saying. That's why, like, it was semi believable that, like, oh, yeah, he probably fucked up his leg or something like that. That's why I was like, oh, okay, so maybe it might not be a work. But then in my head, I'm like, for the story, for him to cash in, because, like, he literally said, is within all of his power, CM Punk will never be the champion.
Yeah.
Like,
He was for all of 2 minutes.
exactly. And guess who fucking ruined it
Yeah.
and cashed in that briefcase?
But
Like, if for the story, it was like perfect. Like,
but I will tell you, there was one
I wasn't happy about it, but
there was one big thing that happened at SummerSlam that I'm gonna be real. I feel like I'm being fully transparent this episode. I'm not really like bullshitting as much as I usually do. I'm not playing it safe this episode.
oh god,
There was something that
What's he
happened at
gonna
SummerSlam
say?
that I really did not like, and I am not
God.
happy or excited at all about the return of Brock Lesnar. I think it's absolute fucking horseshit. The simple fact that in real life this man has a pending investigation and is involved in a horrendous lawsuit where even though he's not the one being sued, he's still named several times in the lawsuit. And if the things that they're saying about him are true, he's a horrific monster piece of shit. And I feel like you should at least wait until his name's cleared to do that. And also, it's a terrible PR move. The fans who want to see that and who are, excited to see him come back, even with the circumstances going on, you really need to separate the art from the artist right now, because if these things are true about him, he's not a good dude, and he's not somebody you should want in your locker room. He's not somebody you should want representing your company, and he's not somebody you should want to be working with. So I feel like that was a terrible move on the WWE's part, and I for one am not excited about it.
okay, so I'll like 85% agree with what you just said, because like the only thing I don't agree is that I think it's really good publicity on their part. Like, I don't, okay, in the fact that he is a shitty person, I agree with you 100%.
Good publicity
Like, with
is
that.
getting Jelly Roll to wrestle a match.
Yes. Yeah, true.
Bringing somebody who's involved in a sex trafficking lawsuit to represent your company is
not really good angle. It's not really the best
good
angle.
publicity.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
And the
I
simple
agree,
fact that
but
all of a sudden they're not doing press conferences after PLEs the night that he returns, that tells you something. They don't want to talk about it. They know the elephant in the room.
That was kind of weird.
Yeah.
That was kinda
You've
weird.
been making a big scene about these press conferences, how you're going to break down the fourth wall, be transparent with fans, and you've had amazing press conferences. All of a sudden, Brock Lesnar returns, and you don't want to do a press conference. I wonder why. Like, I wonder why. You know?
Yeah. Yeah, I did. Oh God, I feel like stuttering crazy right now, but whatever. I do feel like the press conference that they did was pretty cool. Like, I do like the setup of the press conference they're doing now, but I do agree with you that like it is pretty convenient. Like, the night you bring back this dude who has kind of been involved in some fucked up shit recently.
And did you read like the transcripts? Like, did you read like what McMahon and him are accused of? What?
Yeah.
Fucking sickos, dude.
So apparently articles that I saw online, and again, this is online, could have been speculation, whatever. Apparently Brock has been cleared.
He has been cleared.
He has been cleared, which is why he got brought back on. Because I guess they didn't want to bring him on until he got cleared. So I guess he got cleared. Then again, this is all on the internet. This is just some bullshit, probably fan-made wrestling thing that I read on Instagram. Like, apparently he got cleared, and that's kind of what led up to them bringing him back. And apparently this whole farewell tour of John Cena, John Cena is essentially like getting to call his own shots.
Yeah, I heard that part, but then I also heard, once again, the internet tells you so many things. And I will say, if Brock Lesnar truly is an innocent man and he really didn't have shit to do with it and he was just named to be named, then I do apologize. My bad. But I haven't.
Will you take an F5 for it?
No, I won't take an F5 for it. I won't take an F5 for anything. You have to pay me for that. But I'm just saying, like, I still feel like it's a little too fresh to bring him back. I feel like
it is.
he needs to be cleared more publicly than just internet rumors if he's actually truly cleared. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I feel like this needs to be well-known knowledge, not just like, oh, well, I saw on this Observer, this fucking guy who writes in his mom's basement said that Brock Lesnar's cleared. Okay, I need you.
I wonder, like, wouldn't that be great if like the WWE verse like calls him out with like a chant, like just some fucked up shit that they start chanting at him whenever he comes
probably
back.
will. But also, I was gonna say that I also read online that Triple H saying that John Cena is calling his own shots is just Triple H saying that John Cena didn't really have anything to do with Brock Lesnar returning. So who knows?
Okay.
Who knows what's true? Who knows what's real?
I mean, I'm sure there's probably 700. We could sit here and speculate all day and night about it, but like, there's a reason he got brought back. Like, let's just be real.
Yeah.
Like,
It's for money.
he will probably, well, of course that, but like, there's gonna be probably like he'll probably wrestle at WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm.
We'll probably see him a few times between now and then. Like, I don't think he's gonna come back and be main roster.
No,
like, I don't
he
think
was
he's
never
gonna
really
do,
main
like,
roster to begin with.
I mean, that's true, but I don't even think he's gonna be like a.
I mean, he was
like,
main
once a
roster
week
in the
thing.
sense that he would come out with Paul Heyman and Paul Heyman would promos, and then he would wrestle at every pay-per-view.
Yes.
But he wasn't a
Yes.
Monday Night Warrior. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't out there wrestling every night. And the thing is, what upsets me is I've always loved Brock Lesnar. I've always loved him. I've always been a huge Brock Lesnar fan. The first time I went to a Monday Night Raw taping, I was on my way out, and Brock Lesnar's music hit like at the end, like it was a dark match with Brock Lesnar, and I was like, "Oh shit, I'm gonna stay and watch this." You know,
Oh, that's sick.
I've always liked him.
That's cool.
I liked him in the UFC. I liked him in WWE. I've always liked him. So
Yeah.
I was really upset when I heard all this news, and then when I see him return while all this is going on, it's like, look, like I said earlier, if it's true, he's clear, cool. But I haven't seen any concrete evidence that he's clear. And even if he is clear, even if he hasn't had anything to do with it, you need to let the room breathe. You need to let people you need to let people understand, like, hey, we're bringing him back. He is a completely innocent man. You need to like let it be known we brought him back because he's cleared. Not just like, oh, he's back, I'm not answering any questions, we're not doing any press conferences, he's back, get the fuck over it. It's like, nah, dude, like, because there's people who are like me that are like, well, I haven't, as far as I know, he's still under investigation. You know, like as far as I know, he might have had something to do with this. And if he did, my opinion of anybody will greatly change if they've been involved with something like this. You know, I don't care who the fuck did it. I don't care how much I know or love or respect you. Anybody who's involved with something like this, I don't want anything to do with, and I don't want to see on the fucking TV.
Exactly. I agree. But the events leading up to Brock Lesnar's return, hey, look, call it whatever because Cody won.
Yeah.
Your boy is the champion again.
Yeah.
Shout out to the captain. But dude, that match was a 5-star match.
Yeah,
like,
it was
I don't
a great
give
match.
a fuck what Dave Metzger says or like what anybody says. Like, dude, that was fucking stellar performance on John Cena's part, stellar performance on Cody's part. Like, everybody played like it was perfect. It made the match that happened at WrestleMania, which was absolute gutter shit. It made a complete turnaround.
I will say though,
Like,
I am starting to get
so
I'm
good.
starting to get ready for some new blood though. Because you got to think we've been seeing John Cena for about 20 years now. We've been seeing Roman Reigns for about 12, 15 years now. Brock Lesnar for about 20 years. Cody Rhodes for the past, 5 years? 5 years.
6.
I mean, if you count the AEW and the Cody Rhodes run and the Stardust run, probably about fucking 20 years,
Yeah.
Seth Rollins for however long. I may have already said him, but like you've seen that group of like 6 or 7 guys for so long now that it's like, all right, we're ready to start seeing these new guys take over, new blood come in, and even CM Punk. CM Punk's been doing it for like 30 fucking years now. He's been wrestling since 92, I think, And it's no disrespect to them. It's just like, all right, how many times are we going to see these 4 guys go back and forth for the same title? Luckily, you got Gunther in there. Gunther's fucking killing it. Gunther's amazing.
God.
Gunther's fucking phenomenal.
Whoa. Jesus Christ, that dude.
And there are certain guys I want to see make room for, like the Wyatt Six guys, Joe Gacy and fucking Dexter Loomis. Fucking amazing.
Yeah.
The DIY guys are awesome, even though Ciampa's been doing it for a fucking while too. But the
Yeah.
DIY guys
Oh,
are
yeah.
fucking phenomenal. The Usos still got a bunch of gas left in the tank, give them their flowers. But, we've been seeing the Usos since what, 2006? Something like that, 2008?
But let me ask you a question. Do you think that they're going to, I know you don't watch week to week or whatever, but I know you still stay up on it. But do you think there's a possibility of the bloodline getting back together?
Oh, yeah. Of course. Well, no, I think there's a possibility of like a bloodline split. You know what I'm saying? I see a possibility of a face turn bloodline, if that makes any sense. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what I see happening, because I do.
I mean, I kind of feel like that it kind of is that way now. Like all of them are pretty much like, as much as Roman still wants to be like the bad motherfucker nowadays, like he's not a bad guy anymore.
Yeah.
Like he's not.
No.
After he lost to Cody, all of that left the building. Like he's not a bad guy anymore.
But I definitely,
like, he's just way too loved.
I'm definitely a Braun Breaker guy. I want to see Braun Breaker do big things.
Yep, for sure.
There's a lot of guys. Even Dominic's on a fucking killer run, and he's
My boy.
His run's gonna last another 10 fucking years. He's fucking
That's
amazing.
my fucking
and then you
dude.
got all the female talent. Like the list of female talent that we have right now in the WWE is fucking insane.
And I'm sure some people like saying that like okay, and I've seen it pop up online and stuff like that about like how people are kind of like tired of Tiffany's championship run. I mean, yo, Tiffany, she's fucking amazing, dude. She's a great
and
wrestler.
See, I'll say this because I'm one of those people that like, I don't like seeing the same person win every time. That's why as a kid I was never a Goldberg fan. I hate that shit.
Yeah.
I hate when somebody comes out and you're like, all right, it might be a good match, but we know who's gonna win. Like, add some drama, add some fucking intensity to it. Like, you love an underdog story. You get tired of seeing the same person win over and over and over again. Some people don't. Some people are like, yeah, motherfucker, that's my fucking boy. You never. Well, cool. Like, it's like. Look at the Rocky movies. He wasn't undefeated in Rocky. You love Rocky because he got the shit beat out of him. He came back, he trained hard, and then he won the match. Rocky would have been boring ass movies if there was no drama elements to it. If there was nothing he had to fight for.
Whipped ass all the time.
Yeah, so I need to see these champions have something to fight for. Like, you get a little humiliated, get a little humbled, have to earn your spot back. Take over the new crown. I don't know, dude. Maybe I should write.
Get the writer's room, dude.
That'd be so much fun. I don't belong there,
I mean,
though.
it's one of those, but it very much did leave me wondering because, like, the aftermath of, like, the one thing I did expect Cody to win this SummerSlam match, but it was one of those things where, like...
Hey, hold on. All right, sorry, guys. That was a little weird. My video crapped out on me. But back to what we were talking about people holding their championships too long. You're not opposed to it, is what we were getting at.
No, I mean, I'm not, like, it's not that I feel like opposed might not be the word, because, like, when you look at somebody like Dominic Mysterio, who has had the belt for so long now, well, I don't even want to say so long. He's had it for a while now, but he's defended it like crazy, which is amazing. But I can't picture, like I said before, I think Cody Rhodes having the belt is an amazing thing. Of course, I'm a Cody fan. Like, I am going to love any time Cody gets his flowers and has the belt. But at the same time, like, I just don't see what's going to happen from here on out.
Yeah.
Because, like, it's one of those things, like, if Cody has the belt, like, this whole John Cena thing was good for him to be able to have this crazy caliber of a competitor. Mm-hmm. So, like, with Roman not really playing a huge role right now, and it doesn't even seem like he's going after Cody again, like, it's just kind of weird how, like, it's like, who the fuck is he going to go against, Yeah. Like, I don't know who, and this is no diss to anybody in the locker room or anything like that, but, like, somebody on Cody's level, you know what I'm saying? Because Cody is, and I know the WWE has built him this way, and I understand that, like, him finishing the story was kind of a whole thing. But like Cody is like this insane figure for the WWE now and for like the label of the WWE.
Yeah, and going
now.
back to what I said, for the new blood to get to their level, they've got to have the star appeal that these people have. Because when you hit the nail on the head when you're like, well, who would face Cody? The only people you think that will like really sell out an event and really have that energy in the crowd is, Seth Rollins, CM Punk, Roman Reigns, John Cena. Like who else is going to bring that excitement? That's why right now these guys who are kind of not mid card, just a little bit lower than main event guys need to really start working on their mic skills. Need to really start working on their entrance. Need to really start working on their moveset.
Yeah,
because
their
even
charisma,
so, like, their ability.
Yeah, because you can't see somebody like Braun Breaker or Bronson Reed. Like I can't see him as
I can
at
see
that
Braun
level.
getting
like,
there. I can see Braun Breaker getting there within the next like 2 years. If he just polishes his mic skills and gets like a good badass entrance, he's good. He's good.
And gets better at math.
Yeah, he's got to get better at math. But no, like I can definitely see Braun Breaker getting there. But also at the same time, there's people that's got to be believable too, like as champion.
Yeah,
that can beat Cody Rhodes.
Yeah.
The only way I can see people beating him in a believable fashion is with brute strength, and that's what Braun Breaker has.
Yeah, but even so, like I can't. There's nobody that I see at the level of what Cody is now, to where like, and of course, look at the bullshit that he's been through. But like, it's crazy to think of it that way, like to think
maybe
of
they
like
just need to get like David Arquette back in there.
Oh shit, that'd be sick.
Yeah.
Yep.
Great champion right there. Great champion right there.
Shout out to everybody who has said I look like David Arquette.
But I guess that's really all. I guess that's really all for tonight. It's kind of a short episode. It's kind of refreshing to have a short episode every now and then, But
yeah.
I will say we're gonna try to cram in some episodes before I leave for Nashville. So on the next episode, we're probably gonna be talking about some music and some shenanigans again. Maybe have a few story times. It's gonna be good. We're gonna update our Spotify playlist, our individual playlist, and they should be out in a day or two. So everybody who's had fun listening to those, we appreciate it. It's kind of cool sharing with everybody the music that we're getting down to. Like I said, they're gonna change every month, and when
you texted me about it, I was like, all right, dude, let's go round 2.
Yeah. And it's
like
just
in my head, like started developing what I was going to put on this playlist.
One of my favorite things to do is share music with people, as I've told everybody. And it's just like, so you'll just, and it's really personalized. Like I really do put on there what I've been listening to that past month. And then, when the next month comes around, it's like, all right, I've been listening to this. I want everybody to hear it. So other than that, I've been on a fucking hot streak playing WWE online, like against people that aren't just you. So I'm going to get out of here.
Yeah, because you whipped my ass the other night.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
We can address that real quick. Okay, hold on. Hold on a quick second. Okay, so for years and years and years, this motherfucker has been talking about, oh, Ian's so good at goddamn wrestling games. Like, Ian, you'll never beat Ian in a wrestling game, blah, 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 blah.
So it turns out you were good at wrestling games.
Turns out I am good at wrestling games because until about 3 or 4 days ago, I mean, okay, and let's not say that I'm like undefeated or anything like that, because I have had my fair share of beatings. And you've beat me recently on 2K as well. Like you've beaten me quite a few times on 2K.
No, it used to be like once every blue moon I'd beat you.
I mean, I guess, but still. I mean, okay, either way. Okay, so we played what, 4 matches? Probably.
Yeah.
Joey whipped my ass all 4 matches.
Made him quit. He claimed that he had to go to bed. He just didn't.
I did. Yeah. Right. So I have been playing a little bit since then to get my mind back in the game of it all.
Well, shit, dude. If you got time, I got it open right now. Like the save screen is on the TV right now.
And anybody out there in the world that wants to challenge me or Joey in 2K25 WWE, let us know. We're out here.
And you might beat me. And if you beat me, that's cool. Just know that Ian's not beating me anymore. That's what's important.
Yeah, that's what this man thinks.
All right, but anyways, yeah, just tell everyone where to find us, and then we'll get down on this.
All right, y'all. You guys know where to find us. If you've been listening with us this long, please stay tuned with us. We're going to keep doing this. We love doing this. We're going to try and get it out as much as we can. If you find us on YouTube, it's This, That, and the Other with Joey and Ian. Again, on YouTube, that's This, That, and the Other with Joey and Ian. If you look on all streaming platforms, again, it's This, That, and the Other with Joey and Ian. Make sure you search for This, That, and the Other with Joey and Ian. And if you look us up on TikTok, we're on TikTok now. It's TTATO Podcast ATL. And as well, that's our Instagram handle, TTATO Podcast ATL. Again, TTATO Podcast ATL. Again, thank you everybody for listening. Thank you everybody for tuning in this far. And thank you for taking time out of your day to listen to us. And I'm going to go beat Joey's ass in 2K. We love y'all.
I just burped through my nose. That shit was nasty.